For Night Court, the creators of a pop-up restaurant modeled after the fictional McDowell's restaurant from the movie Coming to America are facing a lawsuit tonight filed by Paramount Pictures. The movie studio claims that JMC Pop-Up's Replica Eatery has misused its intellectual property from the movie to deceive parents and children. Paramount is also questioning the quality of the food served there. So let's bring in tonight's Legal Eagles, Nothing But the Truth podcast host, criminal defense attorney David Bruno, and Independent Women's Forum senior legal fellow attorney May Mailman. Welcome back to you two.
Hello, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's jump into Exhibit A. This is from the lawsuit. It says JMC, so that's the owner of these pop-up restaurants, misused Paramount Pictures' intellectual property to deceive parents and children into believing that the infringing restaurant is affiliated with or authorized by Paramount Pictures. To make matters worse, the quality of the food is in serious question as consumers have reported feeling discomfort after eating there. May.
Well, we have to wonder why Paramount is suing for, and I'm going to say only, $30,000 when it made $7.8 billion in revenue just last quarter. And I think that's because these mall pop-up restaurants are not harming its copyright at all. If anything, Paramount is making money. So Coming to America is now 34 years old, which means if people if people are going to go enjoy the restaurant, they're going to have to probably either rewatch the movie or, for some people, watch it for the very first time, which means that Paramount is continuing to make money here. We also have to think about the purpose of copyright law, which is to allow people to protect their artistic endeavors and therefore make money off of it. We want people to continue to write songs and write screenplays, and if someone can just rip it off, they're not going to do that. But there's no way that having a mall pop-up with a cool menu is going to stop people from making movies.
Okay, I'm just getting so distracted watching the movie and feeling super old that it's 34 years old. It is a fantastic movie, but the running gag in the movie is that McDowell's restaurant is really skirting all of the potential conflicts with looking like their McDonald's restaurant. So Exhibit B there, this is an attorney representing the pop-up group. They say the McDowell's pop-up was a creative celebration of a fake restaurant. He's this lawyer representing them. He says the pop-up doesn't infringe on Paramount's registered trademarks or copyrights and couldn't have harmed their business. JMC is disappointed by Paramount's heavy-handed response to fans of its films, he said. David?
Yeah, well, right there in the lawyer's statement, it goes to show you that this is not an original idea whatsoever. JMC, what they're doing is they're using various different bars and restaurants out of movies to develop their own businesses. Now, on May's point, let me just touch on that procedurally. There is this U.S. Copyright Claims Board that literally was just designed, it was just originated, that allows people to go to this forum instead of the federal court to cut down on legal expenses, but the damages are capped at $30,000. Okay. So what they're doing there is they're trying to get to an equitable deal. They're trying to get some guidance as to whether it's copyright or not, and this is a forum to cut down on legal expenses to get answers.
All right, Exhibit C is this, from the Wall Street Journal talking about this lawsuit. It says this year's pop-up restaurant, which sold tickets for entry, had the logo from McDowell's throughout and a menu featuring food items mentioned in the movie, including the Big Mick, because of course that was instead of the Big Mac. Workers wore uniforms that matched those in the movie, and the pop-up sold merchandise according to Paramount's filing. So a quick final argument from you both. May, to you, then David.
Yeah, well, I think that Paramount is really showing that they want to be jerks rather than protect their copyright here, because when they first found out about these pop-ups, they asked them to stop, and JMC said, "We love your movie. We're not trying to rip you off. We're celebrating your movie. We're proud of your movie. We're happy to do a licensing agreement." And Paramount said, "No."
All right, David, final word.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's going to be some sort of resolution. This court is not a real court. It's going to be a quick resolution, cut down on the fees. But again, this is not an original idea. Just look at the lawyer's statement itself. So we'll see how it all shakes out, and I'm sure it'll settle somewhere.
In the meantime, I'm going to rent the movie. David and May, thank you both very much. Great to see you.
Always a pleasure,
Thanks.
Shannon. Take care.
All right, some good news.